to play a game.
That's the Raven we saw earlier, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's scavenge whatever equipment we can. That's all we can do now.
How's it going, guys? Super Jim here. Welcome back to my insane difficulty walkthrough here on Gears of War Judgment, and showing you how to get all 3 stars on all the declassified missions along the way. This is, in my opinion, one of the top 5 most difficult sections of the campaign on insane difficulty. It is called Crash Site. It's the last chapter in the Halvo Bay Military Academy section of the campaign. Now, you have a minute and a half here at the start. This is another wave-based survival type of chapter. So you want to set up your defenses here, and I'm going to show you specifically what I do and why I do it in a moment. But let's activate the Declassified mission and see what it's all about.
The animals the grubs have fighting for them aren't technically locusts. Not that that mattered. They wanted us just as dead as the grubs did.
So as you can see, the Declassified mission in this one adds the challenge of fighting off the unusual, tougher locusts. Well, not technically locusts, but what they are, you're going to be facing corpses and you're going to be facing centipedes in the first wave. Now, just to explain the setup here that I'm doing, you might wonder why I'm coming all the way around here in this random area of the map, basically, and putting the mulcher there. Well, we're going to set up there for the second wave, guys, and that's quite important in surviving the second wave. The first wave is actually pretty simple and easy, but the second wave is where it gets super challenging, and you can get frustrated with this. So what I've found is the best strategy for this is to actually defend not where the bot is, but around the side there, just so you can survive and allow your AI teammates to defend the bot. So what I personally do here is, as you can see, I lug the mulcher around to that spot where the onyx box is, around here on this wing of the map, and I'm actually taking the range sentinel that we've got right up the back here. I like to place it in an area where you can reload it easily from your own piece of cover that you use. Now, there's a very long line of sight here for the range sentinel and for yourself, which the enemies will have to approach from, and that's the huge advantage of that area. You're also getting protected from your sides, and they're all going to be coming from the front. Now, the first wave has started, and what you're going to face is, throughout this first wave, you're going to have tickers coming at you. What I recommend, in order to get ribbons and things like that, is try and kick the individual tickers that come at you where it's safe. But if you get more than one ticker coming, don't even bother trying. It's too risky. What you want to do is either shoot them if they're at a distance, or just simply run away and let them blow themselves up. Now, very early on into this first wave, you will get centipedes coming. I think there's about 2 centipedes that you will get with this Declassified mission, and they will start attacking your barriers. Now, obviously you want to shoot them in the tail and destroy them as quickly as you possibly can. The reason, guys, that I'm actually out here in this courtyard area and not hiding behind the barriers, and here's a bunch of tickers here that I'm going to run away from for a bit, get some distance on those guys, and then there's the second centipede attacking this barrier. But the reason that I'm out here, guys, none of the enemies on this first wave actually have the ability to shoot at you, so you don't really need to use cover at all. You might as well come out here in this courtyard area and evade and take them out here. Now, the reason that I do try and take them down out here is to preserve the barriers. You only get the laser barriers and the barbed wire barriers set up for you if you do the Declassified mission, which is kind of weird because it's supposed to, well, at least if my understanding is correct, the Declassified mission is supposed to add a certain level of challenge to the mission, right? Well, basically they give you the tools that you need to deal with it and to basically equalize the challenge, so it kind of cancels itself out, if you know what I mean. Because the barriers, a lot of the time, unless you use the strategy that I'm using, a lot of the time the barriers will be completely destroyed by this first wave of corpses and centipedes, and then you'll just be back to the usual for the second wave with no barriers to protect you. But if you do this strategy that I'm using out here, you will get hopefully most of your barriers preserved and saved for the second wave, which is really the most challenging and most important wave. And you can see that the bot's not taking any damage whatsoever because they simply can't get through the barriers. Now, we do have these corpses now to deal with, and they can go underneath the barriers and they will do them a lot of damage and smash their way through them pretty quickly. But only one of them is up there attacking the barriers at the moment. Because I'm out here in this courtyard, one of the corpses here is going to chase me around, and eventually, hopefully, we're going to take him down. Now, one thing to remember with these guys, when you do them sufficient damage, what will happen is, as we've seen already, they will kind of rear up in pain, and then they will dive underground. And when that happens, it's really, really dangerous, guys. When that happens, as soon as they disappear underground, you want to sprint as far away as you possibly can, because they will do an underground claw attack. They'll claw 3 times, and that is very, very deadly if they manage to hit you. I would not even try and roll evade from that, because if you happen to get stuck up against a barrier accidentally or something, slowed down in any way, you can die very easily. Just roadie run away from these guys. Now, it's nearly the end of the round. What I'm going to do is just plant a few grenades. There's tons of grenades here, guys. Look how many grenades I've got. I'm not even going to use them all, so I'm just going to plant 2 or 3 of them here, just so that we're going to help out these guys, because the AI are going to be the ones defending the bot. The bot is on 100% right now, and basically we're just going to pick up a little bit of ammo, and we're going to grab that Nasher Sentinel and take it with us as well. So we're going to have the Range Sentinel, the Nasher Sentinel. You can see the barriers. We've still got the laser barrier up, guys, on one side, and we have a couple of the razor wire barriers on the other side. So there's a fair bit of defense there, and those guys are going to need that, because they're going to get the bulk of the Locust attacking them over there where the bot is, because the focus of the Locust is the bot. But early on here, what you're going to get is you're going to get most likely some of these Theron Guard with cleavers. You're going to get a few Theron with the Torque Bow as well. Obviously, they are super dangerous, guys, but there is a little bit of cover here. I'm just moving the Sentinel so that I'm not going to accidentally hit the trigger on that, or hit the X on that to pick it up. Because what I found is just camping here, basically I had a ton of stuff here, the Onyx box, the Mulcher, and the Sentinel right next to me, and basically I was picking stuff up by accident when I was supposed to be picking other stuff up or activating things and that. Anyway, getting back to the enemies, there will also be grinders, there will be boomers, there will be Cantus, there will be basically wretches and tickers, molars. Did I mention them already? So you're going to get almost every kind of Locust that that's in Gear's Judgment, except for stuff like Reavers and so forth. But you have a little bit of area to fall back into here. You have really long range of sight, and you can see here in this example, we are not getting that many Locusts coming for us. Most of them are going to try and get through the barriers and attack the bot. And we have our 3 trusty AI members of Kilo Squad over there defending the bot. Now, with this particular strategy, guys, it is the one that is going to most likely help you survive through to the end of the round. But the bot will take damage if you do this strategy, because obviously you're not there the whole time defending it. In this particular case though, he only got down to around about 50%. So it wasn't too bad. If the Locusts are wearing a bit thin and you feel like going out and helping out your AI teammates, you can do so, of course. It certainly helps to take out the Cantus. I just planted a couple of grenades back there because we are going to get a few heavies coming our way a little bit later in this, and some of your AI teammates will inevitably go down. Sometimes maybe all of them will go down as well, and you'll need to go out there, and if the bot's taking heavy damage, you'll need to go out there and start defending it. And there, the grenade plant does its job, and so does the Nasher shotgun. So the other thing is, as I said before, with these Sentinels, when you've planted them, just make sure you keep reloading them. It's tempting to just leave them with empty ammo and just sit comfortably back behind your cover with your mulcher or whatever. And I nearly blow myself up there. Oh, it's so difficult, guys. In Gears Judgment, it's a totally different like control scheme for planting grenades, and I'm still like, you know how it is with muscle memory when you've played like every single Gears before this, and then they changed the control scheme for planting grenades and that. I just automatically go to use the old one, and in that case I usually throw a grenade up my feet, which is very bad news a lot of the time. And we take out this guy here. Yeah, so basically keep reloading your sentinels. We are getting towards the end now of this second wave. It's quite a lengthy section to get through, especially compared to the last chapter, which was so short and sharp. But we've still got a comfortable amount of ammo and all that stuff. And when this guy is taken out here by the Nasher Sentinel, I probably could have taken just have a little bit of a swing of the old cleaver. Why not? I was actually trying to pick up the Sentinel there because I've got a boom shield and everything back here. I was picking stuff up by accident, but we're going to go around and help these guys out. The bot's not really taking... Oh, he's taking a little bit of damage now, but not too bad. He's at 55%. Let's take out this Cantus here and we'll head round. And at this point, when most of the locusts are now dead, we are going to go back around to the top of the stairs. Now you might wonder why we just didn't camp at the top of the stairs with the barriers on either side, our AI teammates and all that good stuff. Well, basically boomers and stuff like the torque bows can kill you instantly from up there, but you also run the risk of getting sandwiched once the barriers are down by two groups of heavy locusts coming from both ends, and there's very little room to dodge and evade up there. It usually ends up with you getting slaughtered along with your teammates. So yeah, I was basically like, okay, so that's pretty much the last guy. Job done, all 3 stars, and we have survived the crash site section of this campaign.
Now we had it. Our next stop was Professor Elliott's house in Seahorse Hills. I hoped he'd had better luck against the grubs than my fellow cadets.
So in the next video, guys, we're moving on to the Seahorse Hills part of the campaign and Amador Park. So I look forward to that. Hope you're enjoying this series. Hope it's helping. Please remember to rate and comment. But for now, it's Slippy Jim out. Thanks for watching.